February day. It's kind of nice to see the robins out though. Yeah, it's kind of foggy out there, so it's making it look white, but it was nice to look out and see the robins. It's supposed to snow today. We had freezing rain all night last night. And it's actually a fog out over the lake. As you see, it's the water's just a tad bit warmer than air temperature, so there's a little fog coming off of it. I believe I'm gonna stay in again today. I got out a little bit early this morning, and that wind is just, yeah, it's rough, man. It's cold out there. So I believe I'm gonna stay in again today. We'll try tomorrow, maybe get out tomorrow and mess around. Do a little sightseeing along the lake here, but yeah. As far as today, I believe it's gonna be another movie. I'm trying to show you my little fan here. I was cooking, fixing me up a little lunch, so while I'm cooking, I use it, it's a source of heat, so I don't let it go to waste. I set my little fan by the stove so it circulate the heat out, which I'm done cooking now, so I'm gonna let that run, I don't know, probably another 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna turn it off, but yeah, but anyway, this is that little fan I was talking about. With it being LED, I don't think it's gonna show up, but I'll try my best. But it tells you the time and the temperature. So you can see it don't show up real good because of the LED. Here comes the temperature, 68 degrees. It's down at the bottom. See right there, 68 degrees in here. And it's about 443, something like that. It's hard to see because of LED, but there's the, wait a minute, I can't find it myself. Right there's the hour hand, over here's the minute hand, and there's the second hand. And it's 68 degrees. It's just a little novelty item. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Which the fan puts out quite a bit of air to be USB. Yeah, it really moves the heat around here real good. It's pretty neat, I like it. But anyway, I had it turned on and made me think about it, so I thought I'd show it to you. Now here's another thing, I gotta clean these dishes, them 2 pans I used. I don't use my storage tank, my water, like gray water. I got a little bowl. It's over here in the cabinet, I need to get it out anyway. See a little red bowl? What I'll do, I'll set it down the sink, fill it up with water, and use a little bowl for my sink. Clean my 2 pans, and then it's just dishwater, it's nothing dirty, so I just take it outside, dump it by a tree or a bush or something. Because right now it's 27 degrees. I don't know what the wind chill is, I haven't checked. But yeah, if I pour that water down in my storage tanks, it'll freeze and bust my tanks. So that's what I do in the cold weather. And my little faucet I added, 12-volt pump faucet, working great. So I haven't been able, haven't had to use my onboard, the factory, service. I've been using that one I've added. It's been doing an excellent job. And just for the time being, I'm just piping it out that little water jug there, because this is just like a wintertime deal, temporary. Once the weather warms back up, I'll go back to the onboard or factory setup. This is what I do in cold weather. But yeah, that's my little fan. Got distracted on the sink and everything, but I looked over and seen it, made me think about it, so I thought I'd show it to you. I believe I gave like 10 bucks at Walmart, something like that. Knowing me, it wasn't very much. I'm a cheapskate, so the temperature is okay. I kind of like it. The clock actually keeps good time, but that's not why I bought it. I bought it because just a little fan you can set on the table and blow a little air on you or something, a little personal fan. But like I said, when I'm cooking, I'll set it by the stove to help circulate the heat. But yeah, there she is. Okay, I'm gonna get off here. Well, it's about 8 o'clock at night. Turn my little stove back on because it's pretty cold. If you can listen in the background, you'll hear my generator. I had to start it up, but my batteries is just getting way too low. I wasn't comfortable with how low they was getting on charge, and Oh, I'm sorry. I just got y'all staring at the wall and everything, don't I? But yeah, my battery's getting too low. It's been raining, cloudy for like, I mean, probably 2 weeks now. I think I've seen the sunshine one day. And I mean, I just put the solar in here, but before I did, I left it all hooked up in the van, you know, the system. I just took it out and put it straight in here. But anyway, the point is, I haven't been getting charged. So I didn't feel comfortable with where they was at. I mean, if you let the battery get too low, you'll ruin them. So I went ahead and drug the generator out. I've got it charging my batteries right now. And, yeah, I just got through saying I hardly ever use it, but it just, I had to. I mean, it was getting too low, I had to. Which tomorrow is supposed to be sunny. I don't know yet, but it's supposed to be, but I just couldn't take the chance. I didn't want to ruin my batteries. But anyway, I'm getting on my phone here. Look at the weather and the temperature. All right, I turned my stove back on because it got a little chilly in here. Now I periodically turn it on and off. I don't use my furnace. My furnace is just right here. You see it there. I mean, it'll run you out here. It'll make you sweat, but it's just not efficient. I mean, it just kills the batteries so fast. Uses so much propane. And I can do the same thing with a little cook stove. Heats up, it's nice and toasty in here. I just turned it on about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes ago. I'm trying to see what that temperature says. 63. It's already 63 in here, so you know, that's not bad. I'll probably turn it off here in a minute. Of course, I got my electrical lights are on. Since I'm running the generator, I'm not trying to conserve the batteries or nothing. Got my little lantern going. And that's another thing in this cold, extreme cold weather. You got to kind of conserve batteries because the cold temperature just drains them so quick. But even though I got that light on, I keep my lantern going. It just gives it a, you know, my tables get cluttered up and drinking coffee too. But back to the lantern, it just gives it that warm home feel. To me it does. It may not some people, but to me it does. And it actually gives off a little bit of heat. I mean, that's about as close as I can get my hand to it, and it starts, I mean, it's starting to get pretty warm right there. So it does, it's not going to heat this place, but like right here where I'm sitting, just gives a little warm glow. You feel a little bit of heat off of it. Makes it feel cozy, you know. But anyway, back to, just going to get my phone on here. Hang on, I don't want to show the whole world my passcode there. It's 27 degrees right now. Feels like 15. So yeah, it's pretty cold out. Let's go ahead and see what the rest of the week's going to be. Tomorrow is supposed to be 29 degrees during the day. Oh, it says it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. It's 17 at night. Tuesday sunny and 34, 18 at night. So yeah, I could have made it on the batteries. I just don't, you know, it wasn't worth it to me to run the batteries. So I just drug the generator out, started it, and you know, charge them up. Hang on, I'm trying to hold this and do something in one hand there, but anyhow, let me get my screen turned around. Yeah. I just wanted to give a few tips. A lot of you already know this, but for the ones that don't, I camp in the cold weather a lot. I like it. I like to change the seasons. I don't want to go, say, Florida, Arizona, wherever, and be in constant 80 degrees all the time. I mean, I don't like it this cold, but I do like the cold. It just changes it up a little bit for me. But how I stay warm and comfortable without just running heat. I don't run my heater all the time. Well, I don't run my heater at all. I actually use my stove. But the way I do it, nighttime, I shut everything down, turn my lantern off. Definitely don't sleep the stove on. Turn everything off. I use sleeping bags on my bed in the winter. Sometimes I go back to, you know, sheets and a blanket or whatever, but in the winter I use sleeping bags. I keep one zipped up, you know, like you're supposed to, like a bag. I get in it, then I lay one over top of me, and then if it's really cold like tonight, I got a quilt, not a quilt, but a comforter, like I throw over it. And I stay plenty warm throughout the night. I've been in, well, the coldest I've ever been in was last year. The temperature was like 6 below, and then they had the wind chill. As far as being in the bed, I slept like a baby. Actually, I woke up with one of the covers kicked off of me, so I must have got warm. But anyway, I do that at night. Then in the morning, when I wake up, I'm just now getting back in this camper. I was in my van last year, so routine's a little bit different. But in the morning, I'm a coffee drinker, so, and I showed you how I do my coffee when I'm not hooked up to electricity, which I got a generator running now, but it won't be in the morning. So, but I showed you how I did that. So I turn my stove on, start boiling me some water. That's going to create heat. I'm going to heat it up in here, and it's not going to last the whole day. But with the radiant heat of the sun, it's going to stay quite warm in here, even though the temperature's so low. Another thing that people mess up: dress accordingly. I'm not in Miami on the beach. I'm in very cold climate right now, very cold. You can see I got a zip-up hoodie on with a sweater underneath that. I mean, dress accordingly to the weather, dress warm. And I'm quite comfortable. I'm not miserable in any way. I'm quite satisfied. But I do that, and then every time you use your stove or any heat source, try to time it when it starts getting cold in here. Like, I'm gonna heat it up in the morning when I make my coffee and everything. Now I'll let it run a little while, get it good and warm in here. Then I'll shut it off, and I won't run in and out. If I go outside, I'm gonna stay out there a while, or I'm gonna stay in. I'm not gonna be in and out every 5 seconds opening the door. So it'll stay warm in here for I don't know how long, a few hours anyway. That'll put me around lunchtime, give or take. I can turn my stove on again, make me some lunch there. I'm heating it back up. So little things like that, and just little things like just my little lantern. I mean, if y'all don't have one, you should pick one up. You can get them at Walmart. I think that was $8, something like that. A little jug of fluid is about $4. I don't remember exactly. We'll say $15 for it all. Them are good to have, nice to have. Again, it's not going to heat this camper. In no way. Don't even assume that I'm trying to say that. It will not heat this camper. It's just a psychological effect. That was a hard word to say. You see the flame. It's kind of like having a fireplace or something of that nature. I keep it here on my little dinette or kitchen table where I sit. And I've been sitting here playing on my phone, but I keep it right here by me, so it's kind of like a mind thing. I see the flame, and I do feel some warmth off of it. Again, you're not going to start shedding clothes and burning up, but it's just the flame and the little bit of heat I feel from it. It makes you feel cozy and warm. It's just like oh goodness, can I say that word? Psychological effect. I think that's right. But anyhow, it's kind of plays tricks on your mind, so to say. But anyway, you can do little stuff like that, or candles. Actually, I got one over here that burned up today. That's what that mess is. I don't have a fancy candle holder. I just put it in aluminum foil, but yeah, I used it all today. It burned up. And keep your windows closed, which tonight I'm gonna put my little towels back up, because we got steady 20 mile-an-hour winds with up to 40 mile-an-hour gusts, and I'm right here on the lake. So anybody's been around a body of water in the cold weather, it cuts right through you. So when I get done yapping here, I'm gonna hang my towels back up on my windows. But kind of like insulation, blocks the wind if any coming in. But that's another thing. Keep all your glass covered, because that glass gives off that cold feel, Which I got my little curtains pulled, but like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and hang my towels up. But you just do little things like that. I just love my lantern. I know I keep talking about it. I just love my little lantern. I call it my little fireplace in here. It's just nice to be sitting here pilling around doing whatever, and got my little fireplace. That's what I call it. But anyhow, yep, I've just thought I'd jump on here real quick, mention that. I'm gonna try to get out tomorrow because I'm getting cabin fever. I've been stuck in here for several days. I haven't done nothing all week. My job ended last Sunday. I think it was Sunday night. Here it is already the next Sunday night, so that's a week, and I've done absolutely nothing. I can't. It's been raining or just too cold, miserable to get out. I've been sitting here looking out my windows, but I've been here too long. I got to get out. I'm starting to feel trapped or claustrophobic. But Supposed to be sunny tomorrow. We just seen on my weather app. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. Super cold, but cold don't bother me as much if I got some sun shining. That's something else. That sunshine on this camper is going to help heat it tomorrow. Even though it's cold outside, the radiant heat of the sun, I'm actually going to open all the windows, not the glass, but the curtains. Let that radiant heat of the sun come in. Yeah, I'm going to try to get out tomorrow and nothing else, just walk around a little bit. Just get out of this camper. I've been in here too long. May take a little drive, just check on the floodwaters. Because there's a couple of other campsites I wanted to go to, but I can't get to them because the floodwater's too high. I can't even get close to them. And it don't look like it's going down none. I think it's actually raised a little bit, so I seriously doubt I'm going to be able to get into them. But I may ride around and look. Yeah. I'm going to pause this little video for a little bit. Fixing to make me a little sandwich. I'm going to fry me a bologna and cheese sandwich. Good eating there. I love that stuff. I think that's what I'm going to have for my supper. I'm not really that hungry, but I just wanted something warm. And that's something else you can do when you're cold weather camping. Always eat hot meals. Try not to eat anything cold cuts or whatever stuff cold. Eat something warm, oatmeal or whatever. It's going to warm your insides up. So that's what I'm going to have for supper, because I'm really not that hungry. I kind of keep a routine. I eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Don't mean they're huge smorgasbords. Sometimes it's just a fried bologna sandwich. But yeah, I'm going to do that so I have something warm in my belly. Finish my coffee, which, don't worry, coffee don't keep me up. I can drink that cup and fall asleep, so it's just a drink to me, but it's something warm, make me feel all warm, be by my fireplace here. Yeah, I believe that's about it. I think I'm gonna pause it for right now. Might cut back in here in the morning, unless something pops in my head I want to ramble about. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get off here, call today. Hasn't been too exciting of a day, just kind of sit around and watch movies. I've got plenty to watch. I mean, you can't see them all because of shadow. That thing's deep. It goes way down there. And I've been playing on YouTube, my phone, but like I said earlier, I'm getting cabin fever. But, yeah, I think I'm gonna lay down, start shutting everything down, put my little furnace out. I mean my little fireplace, blow it out. I'm gonna go outside and turn the generator off. It's been running about 3 hours now. I've checked my batteries, they're 100%. I did a few things while I had it running. Charged up my cordless drill batteries and something else. I don't know. Well, I had it run. Anytime I started, I try to get everything that I need plugged up and charge batteries or whatever. But I did all that, so I think I'm gonna call today. Get off here. Lay down, I guess. I'm so tired from sitting all day. But anyway, I'm gonna say hello to my aunt, all my subscribers and friends, my 2 little nieces. Say hello to everybody. And I'll probably be back tomorrow. Until I see you again, God bless you.